Hey you, yes you, have you ever struggled with overflows in your factory? Have you ever wished there was a way to not have to do complicated math to make sure your factory is perfectly balanced? Well, do I have the solution for you, and it is called logics. So, in Factory Town Tycoon, there are multiple different types of logic. We have our storage logic gate right here, and it takes 3 coils, 1 iron frame, and 2 gears, and this is going to be the backbone of your logic systems. This is able to read the amounts of items you have in a machine and um, give you a signal that is on or off depending on how many are in that. So, what does that mean? So, when we go into our storage logic gate, we'll have our top button right here and our bottom button right here. All right, so our top button is going to connect to a storage, all right? So say we have this big storage barrel right here, and this big storage barrel right here is connected to this logic right here. You see, it's right there. Then we go down to our item percent. Now, big storage barrels are able to hold 500 item stacks. And what this percent does is it is saying how much percent of the maximum amount of items inside the big storage barrel do I want to have this logic be triggered. So I have it at 5% right now, which means once 25 items get into this big storage barrel, it is going to trigger itself and then send its signal as off to our bottom area right here, our storage crane right here. So when the storage barrel gets to 25 items, it will send off. All right. And let me just grab a big storage barrel right here. And we're just going to make a little torch to help make things make sense. So we are going to connect it to the big storage barrel with our selection. All right. And then just to be easy, we're going to bring it down to 5 to 1%. Oh, sorry, to 1%. And that's going to be 5 items. All right. And then we're going to grab it down there and select our metal torch. All right. And that's going to turn our metal torch off when 5 items go into here. All right. So we're going to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And bam. All right, so we bought 5 items. And now you'll see there's 1% stone in here. And if it's above 1%, it's going to send off. So we get our 6th item, put it in, and but it hasn't turned off yet. But you see right here, it's slowly going up, and now the torch is off. So the reason it takes so long is because we have a delay right here. So I can make this delay 10 seconds or I can make it 1 second. Now, the delay doesn't matter all that much unless you are doing some pretty complicated stuff, so you don't have to worry about it too much. But if you want, it's never bad to set it just to 1 second, and that'll speed it right up. So I can take 1 out like that, and the torch is already back on. Put it in, and it goes off. All right. So now we can also change what signal it sends when it goes above 1%. So I can switch this to on, all right? So now, whenever there's more than 5 stones in this barrel, it is going to turn the torch on. And when there's less, it's going to turn the torch off. So most of the time, I find that the send signal type off is the best you need. So what would that look like? Say I have a shredder, All right. And then I get a gold mining drill. So this mining drill is going to pick up gold, and let's use our logic gate right here. So we are going to go into the shredder and have it hold gold ore. All right. And then we can also click this remember type right here, and that means it's always going to select gold ore. All right. And then since a shredder can hold for 10 stacks, we're going to set it to 80%, so that way it can shred 2 gold ore into dirty crushed gold ore at once. All right. And then we're going to select the gold mining drill, and I'm just going to fill it up with gold because gold will take far too long. But you'll see, I'm just going to buy some gold right here. All right. And you'll notice there is 8 in the shredder. We're going to buy 1 more, and that is going to turn our mining drill off, and you'll see it's disabled by the logic gate. So even if I give it a, oh no, not an actual drill head. We're going to give it a reinforced drill head, like that, and give it some charcoal fuel. You'll see it's still disabled by the logic gate, so it's not going to turn on. But once we run out of our gold ore, it is going to turn on. And this way, you can really easily control your factory to make sure you're not overproducing. So, just like that, now the drill's on, now that there is less than 8 gold ore in the storage. So, that's a really simple way for you to control your factory. Next we have our logic gate, and this is going to be a bit more complicated. So I would recommend, for beginners, only focus on the and the or. All right, so you can switch by these two. So what that does is it lets you pick up 2 logic gates, and you can put them into the 2 storage logic gates, and you can put them into the logic gate. And for the and, you have to have both of these storage logic gates sending as on, and that will make sure that you can basically combine 2 signals. So say I wanted to see how many drill heads are in this mining drill at the start, and then I wanted to see how many drill heads are in this mining drill at the end. I could use an and only turn this storage crane on once both of these are empty. And now that isn't, in my opinion, the best solution for the AND gate, but I would prefer the OR gate in this case. And what that would let me do is I could pick if either, sorry, getting stuck. I would pick if either this one or the end one are empty, this one turns on and starts sending drill heads down this line. And that is not going to be too hard because you're able to put your output at the top and send it right to the crane. And it seems really complicated, but it's not insane. So I would just say focus on the and the or for now, and otherwise don't have to worry about it. And then with the logic gate, you can actually set the delay to 0, which I do recommend unless you are specifically trying to do timings, in which case I would recommend staying away from that for now if you're still pretty confused with logic. So then we have our logic lever, all right? So with this, you can manually turn machines on and off just by pushing the lever. And you also have 5 slots that you can attach to it. So if I wanted, I could turn the mining drill off and turn the shredder off all at once. And then I can turn them on and turn them off. This is a great way for giving your factory like an on and off switch, and is pretty convenient. And lastly, we have our logic signal splitter. So what this does is, like the logic lever, you have 5 slots, but you also have an input. So say I wanted to turn on all of these drills in the line right here all at once. What this lets me do is I can save on a bunch of housing by using this and bringing this signal right into here. And then I've never actually tried this, huh? You can end up going just like that. And you can have 5 different slots coming in from a single input. And that lets you split the signal off and do different things with it, or just turn on multiple machines at once automatically. So I hope that was a pretty brief overview of logic, and I hope that helped everyone, because I know it can be super confusing. Feel free to leave all your confusions in the comments, and I will definitely help answer them. And if it's a lot, I will make another video. But other than that, I hope you have a wonderful day, and goodbye.